Hello and welcome to another Baggie Brothers video. We're talking all things Albion, and today we're having a kind of a double post-match chat because we haven't spoken since the game that we went to. We're talking about the Sheffield game, we're talking about the Blackburn game, and we're going to talk about our next two fixtures as well coming up. Let's start off with what a game. Our 4-0 victory against Sheffield United. Who would have seen this coming? I think a lot of us fans were probably thinking, all right, this is going to be one of the tougher challenges of the season.
Yeah.
And we play like Barcelona and we absolutely smash them.
We played unbelievable, didn't we? We played really well.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah. It was nice for Alex Mart to get his first goal for the club. Dara obviously popped up with that little chip in, didn't he? It kind of bounced back out to him, and then who scored the third goal?
And it was
Cal.
Cal
Robinson
got a tap in.
Came across the box, tapping, wasn't it?
But yeah, that was 3 and 3 for him, which is fantastic. It's good to see one of our strikers getting some nice form.
Yeah, all three of them playing really well.
Mm.
Well, all four really, because Grady's played okay, hasn't he? And then obviously Matty Phillips has been playing well when he's been coming on. Obviously in the last game he obviously started, didn't he? He swapped it up a bit. But yeah, no, great result against Sheffield. Totally outplayed them and with a much better team.
Yeah, it was felt very optimistic after that match. It felt like if we're going to play like that against, a team that got relegated with us, arguably we should be fine for the rest of the season. I still feel like, looking at the league, I feel like the only other team that might be a bit of an issue is Fulham. It's the only one I think might be one that I would expect to be a challenge. Let's say that. I feel like every other team we should probably play like we are now and should be beating them.
Yeah, 100%. QPR obviously was one of my little digs that I think might play well, and they have played well. So yeah, I think Fulham are the only ones, and Bournemouth maybe they're quite solid.
Bournemouth. They were a good team to play against in the first week, or they played well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously let's talk about the 2-1 against Blackburn. Well, I mean, talk about a first minute of football.
What a goal!
The build up to it was fantastic. The press that we played was amazing. The fact that I think it was Phillips, wasn't it, who got the tackle in, managed to get the ball over to Livermore, who I thought was a bit unlucky not to get a goal with two of his shots.
Yeah, he hit the bar, didn't he? I think the second one.
First one was a save. Second one, he pinged it against the bar. Went to Phillips again. He chips it over, and the sweetest connection from a left foot. I saw a meme going around of like a Scooby-Doo thing taking the mask off of Alex Moat, and it was someone taking his face off, and it was Chris Brunt underneath. And I was thinking, that's such a Brunty finish. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, what a goal, what a finish, and what technique, and what a player to bring in.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know if a lot of other fans are a bit out there, a bit like I was at Alex Moat coming in. I thought, okay, I've heard his name. I obviously know he's been a good championship player, but I didn't know how good he was going to be. And when we went and watched him live, and every game he's played, he has played fantastic. He's really set the standard in the midfield for the pressing. He's been working his arse off, hasn't he? And how he's chipping in with goals as well. He could be really, really good. Really impressed me.
Absolutely sublime finish. Obviously, I'm like you. I imagine you've caught up on highlights and stuff like that as well. But there's not a lot I really remember about the game other than that goal. Like everything else afterwards, I'm just kind of like, can't believe that went in. That's such a good goal. What are they showing me? Oh, that. But obviously in that game, it looked like we were good again going forward. It looked like we had lots of chances. Obviously, there was like Cal and Robinson had a decent shot from outside the box that could have gone right in the top corner, which would have totally made Moat's goal look completely pony if it had gone in, because everyone would have been like, no, that's goal of the season. But yeah, we looked like we had a lot of chances, but we just didn't finish them. But we got the win.
Yeah, Phillips got the second goal as well, and like we said at the start, he's playing really well, and he's really impressed me this season. Obviously, in the Premier League, I don't think I don't know, he didn't really get a chance, did he? Shall I say?
It's funny, isn't it? Because I kind of look at how we're playing right now, and I kind of I don't know how if you feel the same, but I feel like I figure we're going to get promoted. The way that we're playing, I figure we're getting promoted. It
Yeah.
kind of looks like, I mean, whether we're just getting a lucky patch now and then everybody's going to work out how we do things and go, cool, well, that's how you stop it. And then, oh shit, we got no backup. But I feel like we're probably going to go up. If we can play like this in the Prem under Valerian and play that similar sort of style, like again, it's obviously it's super impossible to call, but there's a bit of me that's like, would it be like another like Bielsa with Leeds,
Or will it be a Norwich?
or will it be a Daniel Farke with Norwich, and will it just go to complete?
Obviously, we try our best to play the better football, but our players aren't technically as good as the opposition. So, but like I've always said, we are a very, very, very good Championship club, aren't we?
Yes.
Very good.
I think it's just making those key signings to separate us from that will help.
To get us back in there. But another thing I wanted to bring up was where's this Darnell Furlong long throw come from? We've had
there were elements of it last season.
I know
there were elements of those long throws, but this season it's a whole new level. He's literally Rory Delap.
He's just been in the gym all summer, hasn't he? And just bulking up and thinking, I'm going to hurl these in. But what an asset to have in the Arsenal, really. Just brilliant. And like I put a post up on Instagram, which a few of you voted at, saying, should we make him take throws from the left as well? Obviously, it puts him out of position a little bit, but I think it's a good option to maybe go with if we're losing a game or drawing a game and they're trying to get the winner.
Could be good as a late game thing if that in those scenarios. Or the other option is whatever Darnell's doing in the gym, Connor's got to do the same. Like however big Darnell gets, Connor's got a match. And you look at their body types, and Connor does not look like he'll ever be that size. But
no,
you gotta lift the same weights, mate. You got to absolutely ping it in because we need that. We need something like that. I feel like remember because we obviously under Pulis we were really good with like set pieces and stuff, weren't we? That was kind of our main way of getting goals, and it was always like corners was the way we got goals in those scenarios. Now we've got like the long throw thing as kind of being our dangerous thing. We've always been good with set pieces. It'd be nice to be good with all of them now.
Yeah,
kind of have both in. We're not like but it's an interesting idea. Yeah, maybe in those kind of. Yeah, if we're chasing a win, 88th minute,
Furlong, go across.
Yeah, Furlong, go over there, launch it in. What I did see, what was quite a nice thing actually, because there was a post on Facebook I read about it. The goal that we scored from his long throw, just before he did that, there was like an old dude in the crowd, old boy, who let him dry the ball on his coat. Yeah. And then when he launched it in and they scored, they all went and celebrated with the guy who dried the ball. So that was so.
It's very
makes Albion and a bloody great club, mate.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no.
Well, that was really great. Really great story.
Very impressed so far.
Yeah, 4 games, 10 points. It's a dream start, really. As far well, it's not the perfect start, but it's a it's a very 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 good start.
A win away for one of the better clubs in the Championship. Well, and then obviously the one draw. But yeah, the wins that we've got to beat Sheffield, who I thought might be doing quite well. Mm-hmm. Blackburn are always a decent Championship side, aren't they? So
yeah, very true.
Yeah. So on to the next one, really, isn't it now?
Yeah. Second in the league. Let's just keep going on with it. And obviously talking about next games, big next game coming up. We got Arsenal in the Carabao Cup.
It's the best time to play them.
It's the best. It is the best time to play them. Do you know what? What did I see earlier? I was scrolling through stuff earlier, and I think I read it might have been on Birmingham Mail or something like that. Arsenal fans on Twitter basically going on about how West Brom, please show us some mercy. I felt so odd for like Arsenal fans to be scared of us, especially after last season when they battered us 4-0. But then you have to think about, well, in the, what is it? It's the second round of the Carabao Cup.
Yep.
Are Arsenal going to field Aubameyang, Xhaka, Leno, all like their best players.
Who are we going to field? Are we going
Well,
to
that's
field?
the other thing as well. It does make me question. It's like, first, I think the things to think about is, does Ismail care about the Carabao Cup?
I think the main priority is to get promoted, isn't it?
That's what I would think. The main priority would be to get us back in the Premier League. So, apart like Carabao Cup, whatever. FA Cup maybe differently because it's the FA Cup, but Carabao Cup, and again, especially as it's Arsenal, it's like, would you play a slightly rotated first team? Like,
I think I'd have a look at a
bring
few
in
players.
Ajayi and Keeper at the back.
Yeah, I'd also maybe bring in Alex Palmer in goal, give him a go.
Yeah, Palmer in goal is not a bad shout.
Maybe Ethan Ingram at right back, let him have a run out. Let Adam Reach have a run out.
Get Tulloch in there. Snods if he's feeling better.
Snods, that's a good shout, actually. I didn't even think about Snods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do like a bit of a keep like the first team play. Yeah, Castro if he's there. First team players that haven't had a chance and just sort of be like, look, we appreciate that it's Arsenal. Don't worry about it. Look, just go out there. It's more for fitness for today. Obviously, we want to win, but whatever. And take it from there.
Would you start Zohore?
Will I start Zohore? See, I've been thinking about this. I don't want Zohore to be my new Sawyers. Because I was very unfair at points last season to Sawyers. He was playing shit, but I was very unfair on him.
It was the own goal, wasn't it?
It was the own goal. Let's not get into this. But let's not get into this. He's gone to Stoke. Have fun, mate.
Best of luck.
Smash it there. Best of luck. I hope you smash it. But it's things like, if Arsenal put out or announce a good team, like obviously, I mean, they're a Premier League team. They've got fantastic players on paper. They've got people like Pepe. They've got Martinelli. They've got Aubameyang. They've still got Lacazette. He hasn't gone anywhere, has he?
No, I think he has. No, I think that's Martinelli. Sorry,
Martinelli. Yeah, you've got. They have a good team. They do have a good team, but something Arteta's doing at the moment is just not working for them. And if he goes, whatever, it's the Carabao Cup, let's just play a bunch of youth players, we've got a chance. I feel like if they
they got Man City at the weekend as well.
That's what I was just about to bring on to as well. If they field a bunch of kids and he's just like, whatever, we've got Man City at the weekend, the good players, we're resting you, take a couple for the bench, but we're going to field the players we don't, they've still got a wealth of talent that they could play. Obviously, they've got people like Saka, Smith Rowe, they've got, good players they can put on the pitch that will still be a threat. Maitland-Niles, but it's it's a funny one. I don't really know how to call it because if we put a good rotated first team squad out and they put a bunch of kids out, I think we've got a chance. If they put their first team out and we put a bunch of kids out, I think it's a guaranteed win really for us. So,
and for us.
Yeah, mate, they lost 2-0. They've lost 2-0 to Brentford.
Yeah.
And Chelsea in a row. And they've got Man City at the weekend. I'm just taking the piss. One of my mates is an Arsenal fan.
There's a little tip for everybody. 2-0 West Brom.
Let's see if we can keep the pattern going. 2-0 for us. And then Man City will do a 6-0. So it's a nice sort of even numbers adding up. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to call, isn't it? Until you know what team we're putting out and what they're putting out, it's such a hard one to call. So I think we'll just wait on that. But if we field a fairly decent side with a few rotationals, I think we've got a chance. It's the best time to play them, even if they play their best team. So and it'd be nice to have a little cup run as well.
It's always nice to have a little cup run. It's been a long time since we've had one. I think the last one I can remember, you correct me if I'm wrong, the last one I can really remember is when Pulis joined.
Probably was, when we had a decent run anyway.
And I think it was like, I think we played Birmingham and Villa in the same year. And then I think we got knocked out by West Ham. I might be getting a couple of years mixed up there.
Yeah.
But
it'd be nice to have a little cup run.
Yeah.
To get a good start to the season.
Yeah, definitely. As long as, like I say, as long as we either keep the form going or if it, bringing in younger, the players who haven't played as much, give them a bit of experience on the pitch. I'll be happy.
I'd like to give a bit of the youth a go, like Owen Windsor, someone like that. Just let them have a
put them
win
on the
out.
bench and give them a
Yeah.
go. Like if it's if it's 0-0 at half time, it's like, all right, we're doing all right. Let's just keep going. If we're winning, if we're 2-0 up at half time, it's like, yeah, fuck it. Who's anyone in the crowd never played for West Brom before? You got any boots? What size are you? Yeah, go on, have a go. Do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to watch anyway. Either way,
Yeah,
be a good game to just see whether it's the youth coming up against youth or whatever. Like we say, all those different scenarios. But if you're going down to the stadium to watch the match, we're a bit envious. We did want to go, but we can't go now, which is really annoying. But yeah, have loads of fun watching that, and then we're on to Peterborough.
Yeah. One team that I'm not too. They're going to be the jinx now. I'm just going to say this. I don't feel too concerned about Peterborough. They've not made a great start to the season. What are they, 17th in the league?
Yeah, 17th, 4 points, 1-0, 1 draw, 2 losses.
Yeah. So again, another team that I think if we play like we have been, we'll beat very comfortably 3-0.
Yeah, it's the thing is, the thing I'd say about us obviously thinking ahead to games. Last season, I think we were too optimistic in the Prem. Now I feel like we're overconfident because
becoming slightly cocky.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It's going to get down. It's going to get towards like match 30 of the game, and we'll both just be here in shades, just like, well, it's a win, innit?
Yeah.
20-second video. We're going to win. See you there. But I know what you mean. Peterborough don't strike me as a dangerous team. Obviously, they've just got promoted. It's their first time in the Championship. And you could argue that they've actually had quite a good start for someone that's just made a promotion. They have points on the board. And, they've got decent players. They've got like Clark Harris, who you said we were keen on signing.
Yeah.
At some point. So they could be one of those teams that surprises everybody on the day and actually sort of plays, better than we expect them to. Like I say, I also don't really fear them, but
no.
It's one of them. Like they're one of those teams we can't afford to have complacency against. If the Arsenal game is one for the first team to have a breather from, if Ismail chooses Arsenal game, don't worry about playing. This is your rest. It's the Carabao Cup. Who gives a shit? We're saving you for the Peterborough game. And then he fields that, that team that's been out in the last few weeks. I would expect them to win and keep that form going. In a perfect scenario, we would up until the international break have an unbeaten run.
Yeah, which would be great, wouldn't it?
Because we've got Millwall after that, and Millwall aren't doing particularly great at the moment either.
They're not. It's at Millwall as well, isn't it?
No, the Millwall game is at home, and then Peterborough is away. I believe.
Right, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, Peterborough, funny one for me. Like I say, I think we've got to guard against complacency in that game, and let's say the ones that have been standout performers for me so far. People like Cal, Moat, Furlong. They've got to keep that. They've got to keep that form going.
Momentum, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen it, just a little slight thing as well. I've seen a few, not quite a few, very limited fans slagging off Sam Johnson for that error at the weekend. I mean, bloody hell, he's allowed one error, isn't he? After the season and a half he's just had.
I'm glad you just mentioned that because I was just thinking we didn't actually bring that up.
No.
Because obviously when it happened, it's kind of like, oh, for fuck's sake. It's kind of like, that's really annoying. But then people hitting out at him. Yeah, like people getting in a hump and being like what do they like? He's let in one goal. Okay.
I think he's got a lot of credit in the bank, hasn't he, with us? Let's be totally honest.
Last season almost has made this, unless he basically like decides to not use his hands for 5 games. Last season's pretty much made me think he's good. He was in the England team, for fuck's sake.
He's second choice England keeper.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a bit baffling for me, but Super Jam, Super Jam. Jesus, it's been a long day. Super Sam, I still love you is what I was about to say.
And
So
there was a Birmingham Mail article earlier as well that Ismail's come out and said that it's his fault that Johnston worked as a sweeper keeper because he keeps saying to him, "Oh, you need to be a sweeper keeper. You need to be as soon as the ball's near the box, you need to be charging at it." And that wasn't part of Sam's game.
no, it's
Hasn't
not
been
good.
part of his game since he's been a keeper.
No, so he's obviously learning that trait now, isn't he? And
yeah,
brilliant. I think it's brilliant. It's going to bring him on as a keeper even better because if he can get that side of his game sorted out, what a keeper we've got.
Yeah, it'll be the Neuer of the Championship.
Yeah,
but he already is the Neuer of the Championship. He's the best keeper in the league.
Yeah,
but
no.
I don't think it's fair to really hound him for one mistake.
No.
When he starts making Sawyer's level mistakes, then you can start. If at some point he picks the ball up and launches it into his own goal behind him, then you can start having start giving him shit.
Yeah.
But until that moment, let's not be like people were during the Euros with the England players. They're all backing them until they make little mistakes in the fucking penalties, and then all of a sudden, they're a bunch of twats. It's like, no. Like, you've been loving these players for the last 4 weeks. Continue that love and support, and let's just keep giving him the support. We don't need to gang up on him. We ganged up on him at the start of last season.
We didn't gang up on him. We just said we think there might be better options.
You and I were like, for fuck's sake, what are you doing? And then he turned it round. He'd obviously seen these vids and turned them round.
Yeah,
he knew how to impress the Baggie Brothers.
He's gonna, I'm gonna prove Adam and Dan wrong.
Exactly. That's how much pull we have. I don't think you realise, mate, how much pull we have around the Hawthorns.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's as big as you think it is, but still. Yeah.
I'm just saying. We should have gone in for Messi. They should have listened to us and they didn't. So.
Well, unfortunately, that bridge is gone now. So
yeah, well and
we'll
truly.
have to go for Cristiano instead, won't we?
Yeah, we'll save up the pennies. We'll use that money we got from Pereira, invest it into Cristiano Ronaldo. Sounds like a smart choice, mate.
Yeah.
And one final thing before we get onto it, just a quick one. Obviously, Matty Clark got injured in the Blackburn game. They still don't quite know how long it's going to be, but I can't imagine he's going to feature until after the international break. They're probably going to give him a bit of a rest. So I would imagine Ajayi is going to be stepping into that role with keeper as a rotation player, which
I think he had a really good start to his Albion career as well.
Oh, Matt Clark's been great.
Yeah,
I think he's been really good.
It's a bit of a shame, but like you say, I think Ajayi is good enough to play in the Championship. Let's be honest, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think Kipper is as well. So again, I'm not too overly concerned, but it's a bit of a shame because he was building a bit of momentum, wasn't he, and starting to play really well for us. So.
We shall see. We shall see how it goes on. But yeah, speedy recovery, please, Mr. Clark. We hope to see you in a Baggy shirt soon.
Yeah.
Nice one. Anything else, ads?
Don't think so.
Best of luck at the weekend then, Albion boys. Let's smash the Arsenal. Let's be the third team to beat them this season.
Yeah.
Come on.
Smash
Amazing.
Those.
Nice one. Thanks very much for watching. If you've made it this far, please click like and subscribe because those things really, really help us out. And I guess we will see you after the Peterborough game. We'll kind of do a roundup of the Arsenal and Peterborough game after that.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Nice one. See you later, guys. Have a good one.